Welcome to Explain the Charts. Today we're taking a look at USDCHF, the US dollar versus the Swiss franc, and we're going to discuss recent news and how it relates to the charts. Recent news reports suggest the Swiss National Bank is likely to lower interest rates for a third time in a row, aiming to reach a rate of 1% by September 26th. The S&B believes a strong Swiss franc is hindering imported inflation and negatively impacting Swiss exporters. Analysts at DBS, however, predict that USDCHF will remain within its 4-week range of 0.8400 to 0.8550. The recent fall in USDCHF has been attributed to a decline in short CHF positions, indicating expectations of aggressive Fed rate cuts. Let's take a look at the one-day chart to see how these events are reflected in the price action. We can see a clear trend of USDCHF moving sideways for the past 4 weeks, with a range of 0.8400 to 0.8550 as DBS predicted. We can observe a noticeable increase in volume during this period, suggesting significant market activity. It's interesting to note that the price action seems to be bouncing off support levels near 0.8400 and finding resistance at the 0.8550 level. We can observe a noticeable increase in volume during this period, suggesting significant market activity. It's interesting to note that the price action seems to be bouncing off support levels near 0.8400 and finding resistance at the 0.8550 level. This aligns with the news suggesting a potential range-bound scenario for the USDCHF. However, the potential for a breakout from this range exists, especially if we see further unexpected developments in the Swiss or US economies. Let's switch to the 1-hour chart to get a closer look at the short-term trends. The 1-hour chart reveals a slightly more volatile price action compared to the daily chart. We can see several instances of bullish and bearish momentum, with the price swinging within a narrower range. We can see several instances of bullish and bearish momentum, with the price swinging within a narrower range. The 1-hour chart reveals a slightly more volatile price action compared to the daily chart. The 1-hour chart reveals a slightly more volatile price action compared to the daily chart. The 1-hour chart reveals a slightly more volatile price action compared to the daily chart. We can see several instances of bullish and bearish momentum, with the price swinging within a narrower range. Let's zoom in on the past 24 hours of trading to gain further insights into the short-term dynamics. We can see a significant spike in volume at the start of the session, indicating an increase in interest from traders. We can observe a sharp decline in price in the early hours of trading, followed by a gradual recovery. This suggests a potential short-term reversal, with buyers stepping in to support the price. However, the volume has been relatively low in the past few hours, indicating a lack of strong conviction from either buyers or sellers. Overall, the 1-hour chart suggests a potential range-bound scenario, with support near 0.8450 and resistance around 0.8550. However, a breakout above 0.8550 or a breakdown below 0.8450 could trigger a more significant move in either direction. Let's switch back to the daily chart to get a broader perspective. Looking at the big picture, the daily chart indicates a potential range-bound scenario for USDCHF. The price has been bouncing off support near 0.8400 and finding resistance at 0.8550. The current price is hovering near the middle of this range, suggesting a lack of clear direction in the market. The potential for a breakout from this range exists, but it will depend on various factors, including the outcome of the upcoming S&B rate decision and the release of key economic data in both Switzerland and the US. If we see a significant increase in volume accompanied by a strong breakout above 0.8550 or a breakdown below 0.8400, it could signal a change in the long-term trend. In conclusion, USDCHF appears to be in a range-bound scenario in the short term, with key support and resistance levels near 0.8450 and 0.8550 respectively. The daily chart suggests a potential range-bound scenario in the long term, with support around 0.8400 and resistance at 0.8550. A breakout from this range, either to the upside or downside, could trigger a significant move in the market. Keep an eye on upcoming events such as the S&B rate decision, key economic data releases, and volume fluctuations for potential trading opportunities.